In the last decade, Marvel Games has had a few hits and a few misses, but nothing is as big of a miss as Marvel's Midnight Suns and the Avengers, because those were the worst performing. But even so, they're still played more than Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, especially Avengers, which has been dead for well over a year. Okay, it might be less than a year. I don't care though. Marvel has had some great games in the last decade. I love the Midnight Suns video game, but I know not many people played it. I know some people, once they tried Baldur's Gate, went to Midnight Suns and said, oh, I kind of get it now. It's a different type of game, but still it found its fan base and was reviewed rather well. Of course, the big heavy hitters like Spider-Man and Guardians, well, Guardians didn't deliver. We of course know there's other games that are in development, but the biggest hit they've taken has to be the Avengers game. That game bombed on pretty much all fronts. The post-release support was just terrible. Now, I made a members video talking about the post-release support for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, talking about the underwhelming Joker DLC, and well, now we're here to talk about how 2 months after the release of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, more people are playing Marvel's Avengers than a brand new video game. That's telling. Now, I've seen some think pieces on why this is and what's going on, and I kind of want to talk about why I think it's happening. One, Avengers is a way bigger brand than Suicide Squad, any way you slice it. The only thing that ever worked for Suicide Squad was that first film that came in the initial rush of DCEU, we're taking down the MCU. Once people saw it wasn't happening, every film started to make less and less money up until we ended with the last 10 DCEU films that made no money. That's right, the last 10 were failures. Never made their money back. So, again, I think Marvel is just more recognizable and the Avengers are obviously more recognizable, but I also think it's the game itself. Avengers is better. And that's kind of crazy because Avengers is, you know, I don't want to say it's terrible. It's good. If it would have been just more of the entire single player, where maybe each character had like a 3 or 4 hour mini game associated with them, I think the game would be well received, honestly. But unfortunately, there's a 10-hour story and then there's 60 hours of grinding nothing after it in pointless multiplayer. Suicide Squad is pointless multiplayer the entire game. So it's not surprising that more people are playing the Dead Avengers game than this new game from Rocksteady and WB based on Suicide Squad, because nobody wanted it. And it's not even big characters that people care about. Harley Quinn seems to have faded away into obscurity, and nobody even talks about her anymore. People still care about the Avengers for what that's worth, and they got this game to play.